everyone, and welcome to the Workship, the podcast where we explore how work is evolving into the fast-changing world. I am your host, Sam Rivera, and today's episode is especially relevant because we are diving into how labor is being transformed across multiple fronts, from global workforce trends and manpower change to the impact of automation, the rise of remote jobs, labor mobility, the growing gig economic, employment trends, and of course, the ongoing challenge maintaining a healthy work-life balance. To help me make sense of all this, I am joined by someone who truly understands the shifting nature of work. Dr. Ana Velázquez, an internationally recognized expert in labor strategy and future workforce planning. Dr. Velázquez, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me, Sam. It's a pleasure to be here. There is so much happening all at once in the world of work. It is changing rapidly, and I think it's more important than ever to reflect on what's working and what's not, and where we're headed.
Let's begin by looking at the big picture. On a global level, how has the workplace changed over the last few years?
It has become more connected than ever before. With digital tools and remote platforms, companies can now hire across borders, build multicultural teams, and access a much broader range of talent. But of course, that comes with its own set of challenges, like managing time zone differences, languages barrier, and cultural expectation in daily collaboration.
Okay, that's fascinating. So, globalization opens up new opportunities, but also as complexity shifting gears. Let's talk about the workforce. How is technology affecting?
We're definitely seeing major changes. Automation and artificial intelligence are removing a lot of repetitive or manual tasks, but they're also creating new demands. Employers are looking for workers who are adaptable, who have digital literacy, and who can solve complex problems. So while certain jobs are disappearing, new ones are emerging. It is not so much a reduction in manpower, but a definition of it.
That made a lot of sense. Let's talk about another growing trend, the gig economy. More and more people are working independently of through app and freelance platform. Is this shift toward give give work sustainable in the long run?
That's great question. The gig economic has definitely provided people with flexibility, and for many it offers the chance to earn income on their own terms. But the downside is significant. Many gig workers don't have access to health benefits, social protection, or even a stable monthly income. Without some level of government or institutional regulation, it is difficult to say this is a sustainable model for everyone.
Yes, the lack of protection is a huge concern. Speaking of flexibility, remote work and labor mobility have both explored in the last few years. How are they transforming the way companies and individuals operate?
Remote work has been a game changer. It allows people to live in different cities or even countries from where their employer is based. Labor mobility has increased as people cannot take their skills anywhere. But for business, this also means rethinking how they manage and communicate with their teams. Not all companies are ready to lead in a remote first work. It requires training, empathy, and strong virtual leadership.
Absolutely. And all of these changes also affect how we manage our time and mental well-being. How is work-life balance being replaced in this new landscape?
It is really a mixed picture. On one hand, people have more control over their schedules, which is great, but on the other hand, without a clear boundary between home and work, especially in remote or freelance roles, many people end up working longer hours, even on weekends. So, work life balance now has to be intentional, it has to be protected, and that means both personal discipline and supportive workplace police.
Okay, interesting, Dr. Velasquez. You help us understand not just how work is changing, but also what we need to do to adapt in a healthy, sustainable way. The transformation of labor is exciting, but also demands responsibility from workers, companies, and governments alike. To our listeners, thank you for joining us today. Care learning, stay flexible, and remember to take care of your balance both and outside of work until the next time.
Thank you, Sam. It was a pleasure and an important conversation to be part of.
Feels like a dream, feels like magic. Now I believe I can have it. Ooh, ooh, Tamu, Tamu. All of my wishes came true. Shop like a billionaire. Shop like a billionaire. Tamu, Tamu.
Download the Temu app and shop like a billionaire.
All in all, Dr. Velasquez explained that the global workforce have become more interconnected, allowing companies to access diverse talents worldwide, but also requiring cultural awareness and new communication strategies. Next, she said that automation have shifted manpower needs, eliminating some repetitive jobs but creating demand for more technical and adaptable roles. Also, she said while the gig economy offers freedom, it lacks structure and long-term sustainability, depends on better protection and income stability for workers. Taking in mind Dr. Velasquez noted that remote work has enabled labor mobility like never before, helping people work across borders, but companies have to rethink their management styles. Finally, she observed that modern work environments have made work-life balance more flexible, but also warned that overworking from home or constant gig tasks could harm mental health.
As a conclusion, a global talent pool has been accessed by companies due to workplace globalization. Also, traditional manpower structures have been reshaped through automation and digital tools. Job insecurity has been increased by the risks of the gig economy. Also, remote work and mobility have been enabled by technology, but management challenges have been raised. And finally, but not less important, work-life boundaries have been blurred and new balance strategies are being explored.